What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another video on Kaiju number 8. And today we are checking out Kikaru a little bit more. I guess you could say Kikaru, but we'll be looking at both of the characters a bit more. So I've done a number of things. I've invested in the characters a good bit more. And here's a little bit of the schedule for what we're going to be doing. Firstly, I'm going to be, and just over the course of the next couple days into the weekend, as I get more opportunity. Dude, the Steam version just still looks so good, man. Aside from the face flickering thing. Anyway, as I get into the weekend and get more opportunities to get stamina, raise these characters, their weapons, their unit parts, all that stuff, I actually plan to... Why is Gen showing new? What the hell? Okay. All right. I actually plan to, speaking of Gen, show him, show Reno. I've said in videos I plan to show these characters that got recent dupes, with and without their dupes. I actually had that idea after I put my dupes in Kaiju, so there's that, but I'll show him again too. I'm also pushing some of these characters up to level 100. If they were a character who, like Gen, I had their weapon at like level 80 because I hadn't messed with Gen in quite a while. I've also been working on pushing their weapons up. And long story short, we are going to be doing a comparison for Kikaru to some of those characters. I've also been moving around my uniparts. I have since shifted her to Spider, and that was my idea from the jump. That I know that blunt set came out, but I mean, she's good with it, don't get me wrong, but I think she's better off with this, helping her land her defense down more often. Anyway, so I'll be testing her out in a bunch of different things, comparing her to those characters, because like I said in all my videos showcasing her, it's not particularly fair to compare her to Hoshina, because, I mean, nobody compares to Hoshina, right? So I think that she's going to get a bad rap if people are looking at her, and it's like she's doing 27,000 blast attack damage, which is basically what Gen does, right? And then they see Hoshina hitting a single target for 200,000. I mean, like, what can you say to that? But again, everyone else falls into the same boat too. So I'll be comparing her a little bit. Off the rip, though, I'm noticing here off the rip that her attack stat is like kind of low. Like, actually, it's quite low. 1,700. Where's? Okay, so I can get a good bit more from changing this spider part off, but it's gonna be around 2,000. Like, it's not gonna shoot a lot. Like, she's got it looks like she's got a below average attack stat. I mean, I've got I almost did it again. I've got Chester at nearly 3,000 because another change I made is I pushed him into Lizard, and I'm still working this stuff around. The priority with these is always to get the 5-star set effect, and then come back for the stats after. And you could get super lucky and it could be easy, or you could spend a lot of tries doing it. I did Reno earlier and it took me forever. Anyway, so those are the things that we're going to be doing into the weekend. Really quick, I wanted to throw a quick shout out to a sponsor for today. If you guys are in the market for a new mobile game controller, check out the Game Sir here as well. This one, I'll leave it linked down below in the description. It's pretty cool. And so this game doesn't have controller support, but if you're playing, like, I don't know, Genshin Squadra or any other game, Destiny came out, you play that with this, it's pretty good. And then this battery module is really good too. It attaches, disconnects, it's magnetized, and this thing gets super cold, man, super cold. My phone is too big for this. I've got the I say it's going right now. It's got the LEDs and all that stuff. This thing is super cool, so check it out, links down below in the description. I've got the Z Fold 6 as my primary phone. But yeah, all right, let's go ahead and get into it. And one thing I'll say though that I thought was pretty interesting was I was finally, because I prioritized doing the character showcases, I was finally going through and checking out some of the new content that's here as well. Like the chapter event, it's kind of whatever. It's just a way to get more rewards. You log in consistently and things like that. You get more stuff for it. It's nothing crazy, right? But I was going through and I was looking at that, but then I was like, oh, I still never cleared Fierce Battle. I kept saying it wasn't really a good idea to showcase characters here, so I kind of avoided it. Hey, low-key, Fierce Battle is interesting. And the primary reason why is because it's actually level 100 enemies. That's actually huge. That is actually huge. And so now what that means is if you're coming in here with below level 100 characters, they're going to get one shot. And also because they're level 100 and that is your cap level, your Hoshina is not going to come in here and blow this up. Right? Like I've always said, the single most determining factor with all of this is the character level and the enemy's level relatively. How does your level of your character compare? It's not about stats. It's just about the level, right? That will really impact a lot of things. And if you go back, like the other one prior to this that just ended, that was replaced by this was only like 95. This one's level 90s, right? So like that matters. And so now I don't want to say you need a team of level 100 because I'm sure somebody out there somewhere clear with 90s. Now where it may get tricky is trying to survive with nobody getting defeated. That's the caveat, right? But I'm sure you can clear with that. But they're now starting to push you towards needing more level 100 characters. All right, so I wanted to check out Chester and show you kind of how he looks with the investment that I've given him now and go from there because it's actually quite interesting. So I've said this before, but Rio, I think, is a character. I'm going to bring him up more to 100, which I really want to bring up other characters, but I kind of, like, if I got to bring him to 100, the 90 to 100 on characters and weapons is just so expensive on credits and resources. It takes a while. That's why it's easy to stop at 80 for a while. It's easy to stop at 90 for a while. It just costs a lot after a while. Anyway, we'll bring in Hoshina. Buddy Hoshina will just get blown up here. He will get pretty much two-shot. He'll take about 1,000 damage on these hits, and it is what it is. I can't really do much about that. So we're going to slide Kikaru in there. And then for this squad, it doesn't really matter. We'll just put him there and move in. So changing Chester over. Dude, this fan is still going. This thing is so cold. You could actually see the, condensation? Is that the word? You could see it like on there. I got to detach it. It's a really good fan. If your phone gets hot, it's really good. So again, check it out. I think it's the X5S is what it's called. The GameStar X5S. Also comes with a nice little carry case. For each debuff already applied to a kaiju, the unit's damage dealt plus 30% and crit damage plus 15% to the kaiju, max damage dealt plus 90% and crit damage as well. For each debuff already applied. Okay. After activating an ultimate, allies attack goes up and you get stacks of that. So yeah, it's kind of misleading. That it is still exactly what I was saying. So his attack going up, he's not. So I want to show what he looks like now. And we'll talk about what's happening here. Which, by the way, I'm also realizing I've got thousands and thousands of videos on my channel if you're somebody that's new. But I'm realizing this is the first time I've had my cam on in quite a while. I did my cam for like the first 3 days of kaiju content, and then I just got lazy because I got to use it every day on the basketball channel. I have a basketball channel if you didn't know, the Basketball Bulletin. Check it out. And so maybe I'll bring it back here and there. I'll probably start doing it in the Raid content. If you haven't seen it, check out the video I did yesterday on Raid Shadow. I know it's a game that people hate, and I understand, but it's pretty fun, and I'll be covering it secondarily. It won't take away from the kaiju content. All right, so here's a look at Chester. From the jump, he's at 2,000 attack plus. Now, what's happening here? The only thing that's really happening here, aside from his own, because he was already at what was he a second ago at like 2,000 something? Because his attack set's quite high. His weapon gives him attack. So he's pretty well off already. He's getting a 10% bonus from Rio already, and that's already applied. So you see Rio is giving out 200 there. He's giving, that's not all him. But I was like 1,500, that's insane. But yeah, so he's already at plus 2,000. When I pop this skill, you're going to watch Hoshina, watch the other characters, it doesn't matter who it is, plus 900. They're all going to pick up like another 1,000 or so in their attack stat. And if you had the first dupe, that would also give them a 30% damage dealt increase, by the way. So yeah, look at this. Field Ops is applied to the characters, and they're getting, look at him, look at her, excuse me, she's at 1,800. He's at 1,200, so they're getting like 900. Yeah, basically 1,000 right now. This number could go up if his attack goes higher, like when Rio gets going and stuff like that. As we get going, that number will get higher and higher. So that's kind of what it looks like when you've got him on your team supplying like that. And that's why he is the best support character in the game. Like, here's the thing. Like, she still looks so silly with that. Here's the thing, though. Like, with, like, Buddy Hoshina, for example. Really strong. Arguably the best support character in the game. But the problem is that you have 3 other characters on your team. See what I'm talking about? He took 1,000 damage, right? That's because he's level 90. You've got 3 other characters on your team. And that's where, like, Rio is also really good at this. Ashro, she's buffs somebody a lot. Buddy Hoshina literally only works for his buddy. But Chester and Rio, by extension, work for the whole team. And so you're a little bit more flexible with that as well. So what are we at now? Still 990. Need to get another attack increase going. We're going to get a plate break. Get a follow-up with Rio. Speaking of which, we're going to get another plate break, get a follow-up with Chester, and get his ultimate off. So watch this here. So we're going to pop both the support character ultimates. Kikuru is getting plus 2,000 right now. She's going to pop up again. We're also going to get, inevitably, we're going to get the wave effect, or the stage effect. I don't know where that's at in here. We're going to get the stage effect that I was avoiding. You know, the one where I said it's overkill, where you do the extra damage, blah, blah, blah. That's going to be applied here. So which ultimate do I want to use first? I still don't know if this is the best combo. It's just he works great with Chester because of the attack increases on passive, and then he has another one in there. Ultimate increases damage dealt and speed, and Chester does damage dealt, crit rate, and turn order, I believe. Damage dealt, crit rate, and okay, yeah, I was right. Okay, so let's go ahead and do it. Doesn't really matter which one I do first, I guess, right? I guess I'll do Chester first. I don't know if it matters. I have to test that out too. Quite a lot I need to test. Speaking of which, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that thumbs up. I'd greatly appreciate it. See, they function nearly similarly. It's pretty interesting. Okay, we got an attack increase in there as well. So how are things looking on Hoshina? He's at 4,000 attack. Hoshina's at 4,000 attack, dude. Ridiculous. Kikuru is not far behind, though. She's at, what, 34, give or take? Not far behind. I have not used her ultimate yet. I'm going to sit on it for a little bit. Okay. We'll just go for a single target here. I have no choice because I chose to prioritize her instead for some reason. And we'll go here. We're now, actually, Chester should have lost that extra bonus, or he will lose that extra bonus in one turn. So we'll reapply it. And we now will go ahead and just get this going right here. Her defense down debuff, if she lands it, she did not, even with the effect hit rate bonus. So annoying. Her defense down bonus is stronger on the normal attack, but it's a single target one. So that's why I prioritize that one instead. You see what I mean? Hoshina pops in and does 53,000. So he just pops up and really stands out, while Kikuru is not going to come anywhere near that. It's just not going to happen. Not on it. Like that's a single target ultimate type damage from characters. They're doing damage like that on their single type ultimates. Okay, so now we can go ahead and go for our ults. Gonna go for Kikuru's here now. Hopefully she lands her defense downs across the board. She did. Yeah, she landed all 3 defense downs. And again, that is one of the main things about her that makes her super strong. Chester's attack has gone up because of the stage effect. And so now he's pushing 1,077. So really strong, clearly. We're going to go for a delete on one of these side guys. So that way we can get our resonance. He's doing 15, 16,000 per hit. Ridiculous. I've seen him do much more, though. In fact, I've seen him one-shot this same boss in the previous event. Oh, that's right. It was a single target move. Whoops, my bad. It's all right, though. I forgot it shifted. Let's try again. And this is where also these two supports are really helpful because we're lapping the enemy. We're just taking so many turns now. And we're going to get more here. Watch the turn meter right here. After this turn, watch this. So watch what happens now. See, the enemy is right there. So we're going to go ahead and increase speed this time first. You may have already seen some shuffling in the board. I'm not sure. Okay, and then here we go with Chester. Okay, and so everyone's taking turns in between the enemy. We're going to get a plate break, so he's screwed here regardless, actually. It doesn't really matter much. It doesn't matter much. He took 217K there, though. She's going to win right here. Okay, never mind. All right, yeah, that was cute. Okay, what I want to do now is I want to take him out of here, though. You know one thing I wanted to try? I actually really wanted to try Ashuro with her discreet encouragement. I wonder what Chester looks like with discreet encouragement from Ashuro. That's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna get out of here. We're not gonna play this stage again. I want to see what he looks like with the discreet and with Rio. That should be quite strong. That should be quite strong. Chester. I'll still avoid doing the buddy. I'll put you there, and we'll put Rio, who is already on the second team, in here. And we're going to actually prioritize Chester. And I want to see how high his attack stat buff will get. I don't think this is the case because it's a lowered number. Like, I bet you should... you could... I mean, I guess you could morale boost 2 characters with Ashuro and then do the normal. You could do that. Because her buff is for what? A couple turns, right? You could do that. I guess feasibly you could do that. Let me check. Applies it to a single ally. Okay, that's too short of a description. For 3 turns. Yeah, you can do that. Okay, so we could do that as well. So I can do this. Everyone's kind of SP hungry with this setup, so I'm just going to work on beating the side kaiju. I can now boost again, and we'll boost Chester this time. Chester has 2 more turns on his thing, so we're good. I'll go for this. I'll go for Rio's. I was not checking how much Chester's already giving out as well. But after Ashuro takes another turn, then we'll really see it. He's at 992. That appears to be his starting point based on how I've built him. I'm going to see this, and then I've got to go. All right, we're going to go for this. My daughter's speech therapist is here. I just heard the car door. 992. He should have got morale boosted, though, so I'll pop his skill again. Okay, this is going to offer a damage dealt. We don't really care about that. $1,200. That's quite strong. That's quite strong. We don't have morale anymore here. We do have discreet, but not morale. 1,200 is quite strong. 1,200 is quite strong, I've got to admit. I did this out of order. I should have did Chester first. Ah, it's all right. I should have done Chester first, though. No crit, but goodbye. Here's Chester. Okay, so Hoshina's going to pop in here and probably one-shot. Or not. He's close, but not... He's not really close. It's 4. 4 is not enough. He lost, I believe, the discreet buff. Oh, he didn't even crit, though. If he crit, I'm sure he would have wiped him. I'm sure he would have wiped him. I've done it too many times. We've seen it. We know it. But, yeah, I mostly wanted to just see the buff he's giving off. Now, I think it's still better to just... maybe you... Because Ashuro can buff 2 guys, that works, too. And we got Hoshina over 4,000 attack with this setup. So there's that. And Rio is also a big part because his passive increase is, what, 20%? Like, he's just always... Yeah, 20%. He's just always passively giving 20% more. So without Rio, everyone goes down, including Chester, by a good bit, by 20%. So that matters. Overall, from the base stat. It's 20% of the base, I believe. Anyway, so that matters, right? Like, that, I think that stuff is what makes Chester so great. And the fact he's able to just do that passively and then just keep on going like nothing else matters is ridiculous. We're going to go ahead and do this here. She has her ultimate, but I don't care about that. We don't need her to do damage for me. Let's see if Hoshino one-shots him. Oh, he needs a crit. Come on, man. Oh, there we go. Okay. I've seen him do much more than that, though, but it's all right. So let me know what you guys thought of Chester. Just some quick testing on Chester's attack increases, him with the lizard set, all that stuff. I did like him ultimating more. On average, he was getting one more like every couple turns than he was with the other one. Than he is with this one. But, I mean, the attack increase is there, and that's more present from the start, so that's useful, right? Remember, check out the controller link down below. Have an awesome day, and I'll see you all in the next one.